I really like this a lot. All right guys, welcome back, and this is my latest fragrance find from Marshall's. It is a $30 60 ml Discovery Set from Michael Malul, a brand I've never seen at Marshall's. I know about it, I've seen it, other reviewers looking at stuff, but I've always wanted to try it. And this is a fairly good deal with 30 bucks for basically 60 ml. Each one of these is a travel size, essentially, instead of being this itty bitty like 0.5 milliliter bottles that don't really spray well and don't often have the same quality juice inside for some reason, like what I call the sample sets. This is much more of like 30 bucks at 60 ml, and normally it's 120 for the full size, even at like JomaShop. So I'm kind of excited because that's actually a pretty good deal. If this were 100 ml, if this were 100 ml, so just 40 ml more, it would be almost $100 more. So it's a fairly good price premium that I avoided. But yeah, I'm gonna be doing, let's go ahead and talk about each one. You got Citizen Jack Absolute, we got Ocean Noir, that's what I'll be trying today because I'm going out and I wanna smell like the ocean. We got Kiterat 511 Black Tie, we got Amber Smoke, Sea Zephyr, and Zest Vetiver. So we're gonna go ahead and pop this open and see what they look like. I got the little brochure in there that kind of goes into all the various notes on them. And I'll go ahead and tell you about Ocean Noir while I'm pulling it out. So Ocean Noir, top notes of marine mist, tangelo, black coconut. I've never heard of black coconut, that sounds kind of funny. And then we got mid notes of sea kelp, yarrow, and geranium, base notes of amberwood, tonka bean, and musk. And finally, the perfumer is a man named Roger Howell. So there we go. So also, I love the fact that these are actually glass bottle travel sizes as opposed to being the little plasticky ones. Those are kind of lame. So let's go ahead and do this. As always, the way we do these reviews, we test on paper, we test on skin, and then I blip back in from the future into your lives and talk about the longevity and dry down as I get through all that. So let's go ahead and pop open this. They're very nice quality. These are nice travel sizes. Like the 10 mil is pretty big. 10 mil is more than enough to basically find out if you like the fragrance, and you can actually fully test longevity and stuff because you get to wear it for several days. So let's go ahead and, oh, these are pressurized. These are pressurized. That's so great. I was like, so pressurized atomizers. That's excellent. That's wonderful. So this is Ocean Noir. Let's go ahead and let that flash for a second. Yep, this reminds me a lot of La Selle d'Issy, but a little more citrus, which makes sense because it has the C notes plus the tangelo. I'm not getting a big dose of coconut. So if whatever they call black coconut, maybe that just means like a less sweet version of coconut. But that smells absolutely beautiful. That is, again, I'm biased. I love marine fragrances, but that is truly beautiful. It's got, like, again, like a little bit of sweetness with that, with like the citrus from the tangelo. If you've never had a tangelo, tangelos are basically like easy to peel, very juicy hybrid oranges. So like it's a very sweet, sweet citrus on top of those C notes. But yeah, the coconut, if it's in there, maybe it's just part of the sweetness. I'm not getting a whole lot of coconut on the paper. Let's go ahead and do it on skin. And this is what I'm wearing out today, so I'm also gonna truly wear it out. I love the fact that these are pressurized atomizers in each one of these little travel sets. That's actually really nice. That's such a nice touch. All right, let it flash for a second. Any notions different on skin? Way more citrus on skin, holy cow. Okay, so C notes are dominant on paper. So on clothing paper, that kind of situation, you're gonna get the C notes a little stronger. The citrus comes out much stronger on skin, and it's definitely sweet. And the coconut is there. I get what the coconut is, a very mild coconut. Don't think of like sunscreen style coconut. It's not that intense. It's much smoother, much more understated. But overall, it's very beautiful. So I'm gonna jump back in, and it'll be like a blip for you. It'll be a few days of wear for me, and then I'll talk about just my overall impressions of it. So there you go. Ocean Noir. I'll see you back in just a second. All right, so we're back. And normally I wear these things for a few days, but I chose not to on this analysis. So this is Ocean Noir from Michael Malul, or Malul, whatever, doesn't matter. This is one of the 10mm Discovery sets, and I really like this a lot, like a lot. And I'm biased. I like marine fragrance. I love the salt. I love just overall the whole presentation of salty freshness. Makes me think of just the beach. Grew up at the beach, so it makes me think of like ocean spray. Love it. So I'm biased. However, this is the one thing that makes this unique compared to most of my other marine fragrances. Doesn't matter if it's like La Selle d'Issy or if you're thinking like Acqua di Gio Profondo in EDP. All those, they tend to be salty, and some aromatics. And what makes this more unique is that it's salty, 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 but also some sweet notes. The tangelo, the coconut makes it more sweet. That's what makes this a little more unique. So it's like it's not feminine, but it has that little feminine like floral element that kind of breaks it up, makes it a little bit different. And overall, it's very nice. This thing projects for about 3 hours to where my wife continuously notices it when I walk by. After that, it's probably like within like arm's reach for a while. And I can still smell this on my skin, in particular, 8 hours later. On this piece of paper that I did almost 8 hours ago, it still smells salty. I still smell like the ocean. I still can smell a bit of the other various notes in the middle. Even like the tonka and musk that's in the base hasn't really come out yet on paper. Which tends to translate to on clothing, those salt and seaweed notes are gonna last a little bit longer. So just keep that in mind. If you want to like it to last longer, overspray a little bit on your clothing, maybe in your hair where the body heat doesn't quite hit so hard, and you might get a little bit longer lasting lifespan on those notes. But yeah, overall, it's a great fragrance, and for the price point of this one in particular, 30 bucks for the sampler, so this 10 mil ends up being what, like, I think like $5 or something, $5, $6 based on the math. I'm bad at math. Sorry guys, I'm bad at math. So you end up with a very nice travel size in this case, but like this is going to be one that once I run out of this travel size, I'm going to buy the full size because again, just my bias towards marine fragrances. But yeah, great option. And Ocean Noir from Michael Malul of London and Eau de Parfums Concentration, just an excellent option. Yeah, really cool Discovery box set. And yeah, there you go, guys. That's the first one I've done from this box set, and so far, loving it.